Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, and how are you doing? Good evening, konnichiwa, and kabawa. Geki desu ka minasa, and ohio gozaimasu. Hachime imashite, and welcome back into another reaction video. It's your boy, Mighty Adventure, the multitasker, the one and only, or just call me Mr. MA, at your service. What up, guys? How are you doing? Just hanging in there, not much going on, other than the fact that it is Lazy Sunday, and it was a pretty decent out there. Well, except for the fact that there was the mist of rain, and then the sun came up. Now the fact that the time is moving pretty quick, so it's already evening and it's already 7. So there's that. But I will say that last night, Saturday night's main event was pretty decent. And what I did like about it is the bringing up the throwbacks of all that is from the late of 1985 to 87. Those were some reminiscent of the good old days of when I was a kid. And seeing Jesse the Body Ventura with the shades on and the feathers, and that he looks awesome. And just seeing him making a return to being as a commentator and doing being as a voice, that is still, it's just an instant classic. So overall, that there are some decent matches, and the only minor that I didn't like is that during of the matches that there's these commercials, and especially that it just gives of a buffering that's going on, that the coverage will be back in momentarily. I was like, really? But then again, I guess it's just given as a given of a reminiscence of the early years was back then, and so I guess it's technically that is just reliving of all that is from the 80s. But still, though, I just didn't like it. It's just basically you're just missing out the best part of each matches. But it is still pretty entertaining to watch. Except for the last part that I didn't I was unexpected, and I didn't get to see exactly what happened. Not much until like later in the later hours that's what happened to Cody that went viral. So I will get to that momentarily. But for right now, here is a new video that is from WrestleMania, and this is a recap of all the event that happened that was last night. So this is just breaking down and sharing of his thoughts about how it went. So it's going from the good, the bad, the downright ugly, and just getting finding it, sharing of his final thoughts to it. So let's take a look at this one. So this is the title that is called Triple H Fights Owens and steals the WWF of the wing shape, and Chelsea Green making of a historic the WWE that happened that's last night. So let's take a look at this and let's begin. So without further ado, it's time to react.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another video. A Saturday night's main event is back for the first time since 2008 with 4 title matches and a heated grudge match. Join us now as we recap the show, as well as look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly.
Yep.
First, let's start off with a recap as Jesse the Body Ventura shows up complete in feather boa and chats about the show with Raw announcer Joe Tessitore. Michael Cole is then joined by a returning Pat McAfee in the announce booth, which was a great surprise. But the first match on the card sees Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Sami attacks Drew before the bell, punishing the Scottish Warrior and taking control. Drew rebounds and it's a brutal back and forth until Sami is sent out of the ring. McIntyre blasts Sami with a Claymore kick when he returns to the ring, and that's it as McIntyre gets the 1-2-3. Sami Zayn continues the streak of never defeating Drew McIntyre. WWE Hall of Famers Tito Santana, Jimmy Hart, and Rich Herring are seen at ringside. Next up is the Women's World Championship match as champion Liv Morgan takes on Io Sky. It's a fast-paced match that features no outside interference, making for an exciting bout. Io goes for the moonsault to end things, but Morgan raises her knees and lands in oblivion, covering Sky for the win as Liv Morgan retains with a bloody nose.
Yeah,
After the bout, Rhea Ripley
I
then
bet you
confronts
that
Liv
the
Morgan
Io
and
giving
Raquel
it of a
Rodriguez,
nice
but
knee
there's no
kick to the
physicality,
face.
just to hint that the Eradicator isn't finished with her. Next up is a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship as champion Gunther takes on Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Now it's anyone's match for the taking as Gunther faces two former world champions. Everyone has their moment when it looks like they'll get the win, but the ring general lives up to his name, taking Priest out with a powerbomb onto the ring steps and then dispatching Finn Balor with a powerbomb, covering him for the 1-2-3.
Well, I'm not surprised that Gunther still survives.
Next is the Women's United States Championship Tournament Finals as Chelsea Green with Piper Niven takes on Michin. Now, Piper Niven is at ringside and assists Piper anytime Michin is thrown outside the ring. Both women take things to the top rope and Green surprises Michin with an unprettier from the second rope, covering her for the win and the title. Chelsea Green becomes the inaugural Women's United States Champion. Nick Aldis presents...
And I gotta say, for Chelsea, you know, I will say that you know, hands down that lucky. That's all I will say. Lucky. All right? Cool.
Chelsea with a championship belt as Piper Niven lifts Green on her shoulders for a much celebrated win. And finally, it's then time for the main event, as it's the undisputed WWE Championship match as champion Cody Rhodes takes on Kevin Owens. Now Cody throws Owens out of the ring and dives out after him. Unfortunately, Rhodes seems to land wrong on his injured ankle, raising questions about whether he'll be at 100%. KO is aggressive while the American Nightmare works through a bum wheel, but an incredible string of bad luck keeps Owens from selling the deal as two different referees are then taken out inadvertently. Cody then capitalizes, grabbing a steel chair Owens intended to use and landing the crossroads on it as the referee then makes the count for the 1-2-3 as Cody Rhodes retains the World Heavyweight Championship.
Pretty cool that
but then
you know, bringing up the throwback of the wing
shake. Owens came back to the ring and delivered a package pile driver straight onto Rhodes, beating him down.
This is where I didn't
and
get to see
his
that.
title. This led to Rhodes being stretchered out of the ring. But after Rhodes tried to escape, Triple H was at the entrance trying to stop him, and the confrontation got heated with Triple H almost ready to fight him. Why they didn't show that on the air is beyond me, because this was the best moment of Saturday night's main event. But that was a quick recap of the show. What about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly? As always, we start off with the good, as number one, a cool cold open. Now tonight's show opened up with a retro opening, highlighting Saturday night's main event's rich legacy while preparing fans for today's stars in action. WWE used Animotion's song Obsession as the opening theme, just like the original. Number two, delightful details. Now Saturday night's main event had a retro look, with WWE adding some great nods to the past. This included referees wearing old-school blue shirts with black bow ties, the wrestlers walking the aisle with steel security guardrails on each side, and the ring having the red, white, and blue ropes. Jesse the Body was decked in his trademark boa feathers and talked trash about Cody Rhodes, reminding fans of how he favors the heels. Number three, WWE
that's typical for Jesse.
Now, while Saturday night's main event looked a lot like the original show, WWE infused modern elements such as lights, a modest entrance screen, and of course, superstar music. The WWE took a less is more approach, which made the show all the better to look at. Number 4, the return of Pat McAfee. Now, Michael Cole had a pleasant surprise for fans as his BFF Pat McAfee showed up to provide color commentary, reminding fans of what they can look forward to when McAfee returns to call Raw on Netflix once his football obligations are over. Pat didn't miss a beat and he provided humor and an enthusiastic fan's approach to things as usual. Number 5, no fan left behind. A big hits to the WWE for familiarizing viewers with the wrestlers involved in matches and the various storylines driving said contests. Whether it was Michael Cole bringing fans up to the speed, the WWE using graphics to show each competitor's accomplishments, or hype videos, the WWE made it easy for anyone to tune in to watch and enjoy the show. Number 6, Chelsea's shout out to her husband. Now, Chelsea Green's ring attire was quite the sight, as Green has shown herself to be a fashion plate of the women's division. Tonight, Green also sent a shout out to her real life husband Matt Cardona by wearing the one-legged tights reminiscent of Cardona's days as Zack Ryder. Number 7,
okay, I didn't realize that.
Congratulations to Chelsea Green for winning the women's
United
States
like I said, lucky.
Green has worked hard ever since returning to WWE in 2023, wasting no opportunity as she's continued reaching for the proverbial brass ring in the WWE. While Green can't be ruled out as a future world champion, the US title is the right belt for her right now, as she can continue showcasing the many things she's brought to the ring and hopefully elevate challengers vying for a title. Number 8, Gunther delivers again. Gunther's triple threat match against Priest and Balor was a terrific showcase for Gunther while he put over the merits of his two challengers. The ring general didn't have the same amount of time he normally does on TV or PLEs, but he capitalized on every minute, condensing his methodical style into a somewhat faster-paced match that didn't seem rushed. Gunther winning was the right choice, and a reminder that taking the title off him could prove more challenging than when he held the Intercontinental Championship. Number 9, you've still got it. Jesse the Body Ventura delivered some great lines, reminding longtime fans why he was such a legend in the broadcast booth and entertaining a new generation of fans with his strong opinions. While the Body wasn't the first heel commentator, he took things to new heights, and he continued so tonight, telling it like it is while pointing out babyface hypocrisy such as Cody using a chair, and the injustice to Kevin Owens such as that ref bump that kept him from getting a 3 count. And the Winged Eagle flies again. WWE's trip down memory lane culminated in the big surprise that Triple H and Cody Rhodes teased for the show, the return of the classic Winged Eagle WWE Championship belt.
Again, this is so awesome because this is that's what the original the WWE champion looks like back then.
I love the fact that they didn't even change anything from the belt. It still looks glorious, the way it's originally supposed to be. But that was the good. What about the bad? It's number 1, commercial after commercial. Fans have heard about banger after banger, but tonight's Saturday night's main event was commercial after commercial, with WWE seemingly forgetting how to book matches on a traditional show with TV commercials. Granted, fans knew that this would be like Raw and SmackDown, and their matches would have
why is it necessary to do that?
The show fell apart as the commercials often seem random, interrupting already short matches. Things were even worse during the night. Triple H wasn't taking chances tonight, as it was seen by many as a very predictable show. There were no surprise winners or shocking title switches. Instead, fans watched entertaining but white bread style matches reminiscent of a merry-go-round rather than a huge roller coaster. As we've noted before, the WWE is doing so fantastic financially that it'd be foolish to shake things up too much right before the Royal Rumble or even Raw on Netflix. Saturday night's main event may have been booked like a PLE, but it was a watered-down version that had to disappoint long-time fans. Number 3, where's Randy? Randy Orton was nowhere to be seen tonight, a major letdown for fans hoping to see the Viper return and get some payback on Kevin Owens for pile-driving him a few weeks back. As we mentioned, WWE didn't seem eager to rock the boat, but an appearance by Orton could have turned this into a much better show. Number 4, why Rhea why? I know Rhea Ripley didn't have to betray anyone or take any wrestler out. Instead, fans were asking why Rhea showed up after Liv Morgan's win over Io Sky. Her appearance seemed as random as possible, especially since she didn't attack her sworn enemy. Once again, Triple H seemed more intent on popping the crowd than making the show make some sense. And an overbooked mess. Cody Rhodes vs Kevin Owens was an overbooked match that essentially fell apart. Both wrestlers were under the gun to finish the match before 10 PM, and to their credit, they packed quite a lot of action into a 12-minute match. Nevertheless, it was a sloppy affair with 2 referee bumps that made this look like something
it was.
WWF and WCW.
I mean, 2 referees get knocked out, and it was kind of a little bit of a slop mess.
Painting numbers. Although Triple H books the WWE far better than his predecessor, his approach to Saturday night's main event was disappointing, as he didn't want to do anything unusual. Triple H used formula, nostalgia, and a bit of hot-shotting, presumably with the intent of luring in new viewers to the WWE product, but you have to wonder if he delivered anything regular fans will want to see 4 times a year. Now, they do get a pass since this was the first edition of Saturday night's main event in years, but Triple H and company need to take a critical look at the show and see how to improve it so it doesn't come off a little bit more than just a house show with some bright lights. There's potential for WWE to use this show to expand its reach, but it can't book things too safely if it wants to compete with many other sports and entertainment programs on TV and cable. Of course, if the ratings deliver, NBC and the WWE probably won't even care. But there you have it, our recap and review of Saturday night's main event. What did you guys think of the show? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Okay, so yeah, I had to agree that it may not be as a well polished for of a main event, but it is still entertaining. And yeah, the commercials was a bit unnecessary for like during the matches while it's still going and just going one to another. I mean, it could have been just at least just one. And it would have been just, got over with it. But it's still it's still fun to watch, and just to seeing Jesse Ventura, Tito Santana, Oh, great! I forgot his name, but I do. And seeing Jimmy Hart mouth up the South, that is still awesome. Just to see, just the three iconic the Hall of Fames, and there are some good matches. And I'm not surprised. Again, I'm not surprised that Gunther that still retains of his title, and just seeing Rhea. Yeah, it does. It gives a little show that she's not over with Liv. So obviously that it's gonna be her next to that to get her hands on. And yes, in the fact where is Randy? That is the biggest question. So I don't know if he is gonna make a return to retaliate to Kevin Owens for delivering of that power driver. So I did not think that the move was considered that was banned, and I could see how that it could be that is lethal, that could leave could leave you of a head concussion or of a broken neck, and that could be considered that is a serious injury, and that you would be out of the commission for like months or even years. And once again when the commercials end, it starts popping up, and we don't get to see that Kevin Owens assault Cody from behind and just delivered of the power driver once again. So yes, I did see the footage, exactly what happened afterwards, and not only that Nick Aldis was upset, but Triple H was. So here's a short clip that is from Professor Jason X, and which that the title that says that Triple H physically put his hands on Kevin Owens, and you're gonna see exactly how that went down, and whew, you're gonna be losing your mind, and just that he just went completely red hot on KO, because after that disgusting display that what he just did. So consider that this is a little bonus. So let's take a look. I mean, seeing like this, Jesus, man. I mean, this is just a prime example of a sore loser who just couldn't accept this loss. So he just vent on his frustration. I mean, this is just utterly pathetic. Oh, here's a different angle. Oh, hell no. See, this is where because the line has been completely crossed. I mean, this is just an ugly display coming from Kevin for having to do a second power driver on Cody, and this is where that from Triple H, that's of his point of view, is that enough is enough, and just waltz down there and just let him know that this is not how the night goes, and just smacking the hand off of him that carrying of the wing shape of the championship belt. And the thing is that he lost, and being as a sore loser and just carrying around like he owns it, and the fact that you lost, and now and obviously you got everyone from the officials, including Triple H, that decided that take matters in his own hands, to let him know that you crossed the line, and you just did it of the biggest one. And you just saw that he put his hands on H and was like, oh hell no, that's definitely this is gonna be the night that he's definitely gonna remember. So I can imagine what's going to happen for this situation for Owens, and I guess that's going to be no brainer that he's going to be suspended again, and that he's going to have to pay more than just $1,000, because after what he just did, that is just completely, that's a no. And back then, I never even knew that the doing of a pile driver that's considered, that's banned. And again, that it could do some serious injuries to not just to your skull, but also to the cranium and to your neck as well. So I can see how that is that is the worst thing that could that could happen to anybody. So I mean, this is just flat out stupid. So I mean, there is gonna be a day of reckoning for Kevin of that display. So we'll see what's gonna happen, and also for the situation for Cody. So I don't know if he's ever gonna be able to be back as the champion. So that remains to be seen. So hopefully we'll find out and get some of the updates of that before SmackDown. That's going to be for this Friday. So if you guys enjoy of the WrestleManias, of the recap of the Saturday night's main event, and that if you guys enjoy this small clip right there, courtesy from Professor Jason X. And don't forget to give a shout outs to them, because this is the best work that they can provide of everything that happens in the world of wrestling. And don't forget to flick that tiny little bell to subscribe, and also have your notifications turned on. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.